Welcome back to Scoreline. My name is Robinson Okenye, and I am with Jonathan Corbin. We are talking about the Kenyans that have broken barriers in different categories in athletics. So, of course, also in today's show, we do have Rotunu Konyike, who will be joining us in a few to take a look at the Football Kenya Federation Premier League matches that were played yesterday. But we get there, we want to continue the conversation that we are having with Jonathan Corbin in studio, and it's all about the Kenyans that have broken barriers. We want to get into the other Kenyans, and we do have Moses Tanui, who was the first man in the world to run a half marathon under 1 hour. Yes, Jonathan Corbin, let's talk about Moses Tanui. He's run Boston Marathon, and we've seen what he can do.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this gentleman?
This is a gentleman, you can imagine. He was a long distance runner from 5,000 and 10,000 and a cross country runner.
Yes.
Moses Tanui, I think he was one of the most consistent athletes of that generation.
Yes.
In 1996, he won Boston Marathon for the first time.
Yes.
And then before winning the second Boston Marathon title in 1998. But more importantly, in 1994, he shocked the world when he ran half marathon. He became the first man in the world to run half marathon, that is 21 kilometers, in under 1 hour.
Yes.
That was in Milan. And he said, running a marathon, a full marathon, that's 42 kilometers.
Yes.
That was 1994.
Yes.
It will take another very many years for a man to run it.
Yes.
Eliud Kipchoge did it in 2019.
Yes.
Yeah, that is it. So Moses Tanui also won the World Championships in 1991 in Tokyo. That is 10,000, which is very rare for us. And among other marathons he has done. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned 10,000, I remember when we were on break, somebody asked you, one of the crew here in studio asked you that, why are we not performing very well in 10,000 meters?
I think I can give two reasons for this.
Yes.
One is most of our athletes, the road races are a bit lucrative in the sense that when athletes are around 18 to 19 years, even 20, they are straight to road races.
Yes.
So we don't have that consistent in 5,000 and 10,000 meters. Again, our coaches have not fine-tuned the last 2 laps. The speed in the last 2 laps. That's where we lose. We lose to Ethiopians and Mo Farah, and of course Joshua Cheptegei of Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheptegei is actually going to rule these 5,000, 10,000 meters for a very long time to come.
I don't think so.
Yes.
For one, I think early last month, Athletics Kenya announced elaborate plans to ensure that they strategize on how we can have the second Olympic gold medal in 10,000.
Yes.
You remember very well the last Olympic gold we won was in 1968 through the late Naftali Demo. So far so good, there is no Olympic gold. So they are scouting guys. They might have Geoffrey Komarov in the lineup, Paul Tanui, Ronex Kibruto, and others. Around 6, 7 guys must be well prepared for the trials and for the Olympic Games.
Let's move to the other Kenyan, of course, in this category of Kenyans that have broken barriers in athletics in different categories. We have Some Muge, first Kenyan man to win World Cross Country medal. What do you make of this?
Some Muge, I think, is the late Some Muge, who was the father of World Cross Country runners, serious World Cross Country runners, Matthew Kisorio, Peter Kimeli, and the Africa Cross Country Junior champion, Nicholas Tokum. This old man was the first Kenyan in 1983 to win a World Cross Country medal, that's what a bronze. And he inspired his sons to take up cross country. I remember in 2009, when we had the World Cross Country in Amman, Jordan, 2 of his sons were in the national team, you can imagine. What an inspiration.
Inspiring the next generation. Let's move to Daniel Corbin, of course, who majored both in the indoor athletics. What do you make of Daniel Corbin?
What I can only say about Daniel Corbin, because I remember Daniel Corbin while he was a student at Pure Secondary School in Kenya South, sometimes in 1994. Daniel Corbin was an athlete who was highly talented. He broke the world record in 5,000 before it was broken. He broke 3,000 meters. That's 3,000 meters flat outdoor. He broke 3,000 meters indoor, and he's the only man alive to have run 2 miles under 8 minutes. So far, the records are called Mount Everest. It cannot be broken so easily.
It's so big for people to break. Yes, so we also move to Lydia Charlemagne in cross country.
Apart from being the first woman to win the World Cross Country title, that was the junior title in 1991 in Antwerp, Belgium. Lydia Charlemagne was I think she also another record. She's the only Kenyan to have represented the country at 13 years old.
She was 13.
In 1990, when she was in the junior team in Portugal. You can imagine.
At 13 years,
she was in the national team.
Before,
in 1991, winning the junior title, and then joined Singore Girls.
And then from there, winning the...
And then she was second, Eldoret City Half Marathon, 2019.
Of course, I remember we spoke to her in that marathon because we were together. Now, let's take a look at we've had the World Indoor Tours going on, and the Ethiopians have been making a marker for themselves. They are catching up. They're catching up with the Kenyans. Of course, there are races that, we've seen. They are majorly, or rather predominantly, dominated by either Ethiopians or Kenyans. But in this indoor tour, Ethiopians have been taking the wins.
Robin, I agree with you on that one absolutely. For one, you look at 1500. Tsekai broke the 1500 meters wall indoor record recently. One dared. Daniel Comen's indoor world record just last week. I think there are quite a number of reasons for this. One, in Kenya we don't have an indoor track. That's so facilities. I think the government should do something on facilities. We have no indoor track. Ethiopians have it. Secondly, in Kenya we have a huge pool of athletes that are managed by foreign agents and managers. Our managers are not keen on entering our athletes in indoor tours as opposed to the outdoor tours. So that is another challenge. And then the attitude. Our athletes don't like indoors. Most of the athletes you meet, they say, no, me, I'm tall, I cannot compete in the indoor. So that there is that perception again.
Of course, that's a thing to do with the perception. Before I let you go, Corbin, we had last week, we had the National Cross Country Championships taking place. In the men's category, we had Roger Squemoy win. The women's category, we had Sheila win. And what did you make of this competition? You are the Ngong Racecourse. You saw the competition take place. We had some of the big names in cross country, fail to make a mark for themselves in the competition.
First of all, for the first time since the inception of the Africa Cross Country Championships in 2011, we are going to take a very strong team to the continental stage. Our athletes have not been keen on the Africa Championships for the last, I think, almost 10 years now. But this time round, we have got a world record holder. In the team. We have got a world champion. We have got an Olympic silver medalist in the team. We have got a very rich team. But during the trials, it is the course that it is the Ngong race course that I think most of the athletes could not actually master the course, so to speak. It was not easy. Because
was it also because of the weather?
Not even because of the weather. The course was was muddy. It was very challenging.
That is why. But with the big names, falling, what do you make of the big names falling? Everybody expected the likes of Kamoror to be among the top 3.
With the big names falling, that tells us as Kenya that we still have a huge pool of talent for the nation. And secondly, missing Kamoror is historic for us, for that matter. For one, Kamoror is an athlete that has been doing very well every third week of March. Since 2011, during the World Cross Country Championships in Punda, Umbria, that was in Spain, he won the junior. In 2014, during the World Half Marathon Championships, I was with him in Copenhagen, Denmark, when he won the World Half Marathon. In 2015, he went to Kuyan, China, for World Cross Country Championships. He won it. In 2016, I was with him in Cardiff, Wales, for the World Half. He won it. In 2017, I was with him in Kampala, Uganda, during the World Cross Country. He won it. In 2018, I was with him in Valencia. World Half Marathon Championships. He won it. So far, so good. He won it that week of March, which we always call it Kamoror Week here. So we'll miss it.
We'll miss the Kamoror Week. Thanks a lot. That is Jonathan Komeno, who's the sub-editor, Standard newspaper in sports, giving us his insights into the Kenyans who have broken barriers. Let's now get into the Football Kenya Federation Premier League, and Nairobi City Stars ended